Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time we're going to go over to Reuters, and this is in the crime section. It says Florida jury says man who confessed to Parkland shooting should be sentenced to life. October 13th, jurors determined Thursday that Nicholas Cruz should be sentenced to life in prison for the 2018 school shooting in Parkland, Florida that sadly took 17 people away from this earth. Cruz, age 24, he pled guilty last year to premeditated murder at Majority Stoneman Douglas High School. He used a semi-automatic rifle to kill 14 students and 3 staff members in one of the deadliest school shootings in American history. The prosecution during the 3-month sentencing trial had argued Cruz's crime was both premeditated as well as heinous and cruel, which are among the criteria that meets Florida law establishes for deciding on the death sentence. Cruz's defense team had acknowledged that the severity of his crime, but asked jurors to consider mitigating factors, including long-term mental health disorders resulting from his biological mother's substance abuse during pregnancy. Under the Florida law, a death sentence could only have been handed down if jurors unanimously recommended he be executed. The only other option was life in prison. Cruz, who at the time of the shooting was 19 and had been expelled from high school, had apologized for his crimes and asked to be given a life sentence without the possibility of parole in order to dedicate his life to helping others. The sentencing proceedings, including testimony from survivors of the shooting, as well as the cell phone video in which terrified students cried for help or spoke in hushed whispers as they hid. The Parkland shooting had led to renewed calls for tighter gun control in the U.S. U.S. gun violence gained renewed attention following the mass shootings this year at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. That left 19 children and 2 teachers dead, and another at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, that killed 10 people. Um, my apologies. President Joe Biden in June signed into law the first major gun reform legislation in 3 decades, which he called a rare bipartisanship achievement. Reporting by Brian Ellsworth, editing by Donna Bryson and Jonathan Otis. I apologize if I mispronounced. Yeah, so basically they're going to give him life in prison. My thing is that you can talk about gun control all day. You can sit there and argue the points, the pros and the cons, in terms of, you know, you can sit there and argue it all you want. However, if mental health was indeed uh, the one of the mitigating factors and the reason why the actions were taken out in the first place, uh, would you not agree with me when I say that in addition to stronger gun controls and gun laws, that we begin to tackle this mental health crisis that we're currently going through? This is not a new thing. A lot of the times, a lot of these people that perpetrate these crimes, they pin it on bad upbringings or long-standing mental health issues that were never addressed in some cases. So my thing would be to advocate and to actually start to put in a plan in place for better mental health services, better outreach, better ways to access resources so that these people in general, just people, period, can receive this care. Um, it's not enough to say well, we need stronger gun laws, and no one should be able to carry an AK-47 and the Second Amendment. Yes, all of that stuff is very important as well. However, it kind of falls to the sideways if you do not address the growing, growing elephant in the room, which is mental health. A lot of times, mental health services are not provided. Sometimes it could be that the parents did not seek the mental health services for their children due to different circumstances, or it could be just having the tools and resources there, but just never actually going through with it. And in some of the rare cases where some of the people have had counseling and things of that nature and have access and utilized some of the mental health resources and still, you know, uh, went on to do horrendous acts against people or themselves or family. So, it's good that he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. However, if you do not try to fix the mind, then he's just rotting in jail. He's not, how is he going to help other people? That statement within itself is ludicrous. How are you going to help other people when when I say this, I'm just speculating because I really don't know. So please take that with a grain of salt. How are you going to help other people when your mental health allegedly was not good to begin with? Um, in order to help someone else, you must first help yourself. And if that means going through years of counseling and, self-improvement and utilizing all the tools that's necessary to get you to that point, you cannot say that I'm going to help other people. That's just basura to me, you know? So, with that being said, please drop down in the comments. I definitely would like to know how you people feel about this story or any other story that I may do on my channel. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, you guys, I will get with you in the next one.